Your perspective in life and what you think is directly influenced by your environment and what kind of situation you're in. What I'm about to say might sound kind of crazy to a lot of you, but life is really just like taking a big fat dump. Sometimes it can be enjoyable, other times it's just pure pain and suffering, but most of the times you never know when it's going to happen and it just comes completely out of the blue. Life is quite the same. Sometimes it's going to give you good things, other times it's going to give you bad things, but you never know when these things are going to come, and you don't know if these things are either good or bad. And I got this brilliant idea from, as you would guess, sitting on a toilet and taking a dump. Now, I didn't have anything on me, and I was just alone with my toilet, my own thoughts, and the wall that I had to stare at. And somehow, some way, I came across the idea that life is just like taking a dump. And of course, my thoughts were kind of biased as well. I'm taking a dump and I'm gonna be more likely to think about, poop and those sort of things. That's not the best word to use, but I really can't think of other words here. But that's the point I'm trying to make here. The situation where you're in and where you are physically will directly influence what you think. And in this case, I was in the toilet alone with my dump. And that was naturally what led me to this idea. Now, there's a few factors that led me to this in the first place, because one, I didn't have anything to really stare at, and that allowed my thoughts to wander a lot more, and it allowed my creativity and imagination to just flow pretty wildly. Because all I had to stare at was a wall that was just yellow, and that didn't really lead to much, and I didn't have anything to think about that wall. So I naturally had to use my own imagination to, get myself a little occupied. And secondly, the context of your thoughts matters a lot. Now, before I get into anything else, I want you to think about this. What is your idea of success and what kind of goals do you want to achieve? Now, feel free to pause the video right here if you want some extra time to think about it. But as soon as you're ready, think about how you can change your situation and your environment to be a place that invokes more of the work that you know is going to push you closer to that goal and to your idea of success. For me, being in the toilet and sitting on the toilet might be actually a really nice place for me to come up with more ideas, because that's probably the most important thing for me as a creator. And sitting on the toilet in the washroom is great for two reasons. Firstly, it is a place with not a lot of things to look at, and so that allows my mind to just run kind of rampant and, let me use my imagination and creativity to its fullest. And secondly, I can frame my mind really well because it's not a place that can be really easily distracted. And if I put my mind to, coming up with ideas and under the context of wanting to create more YouTube ideas, I think it's a place where I can generate a lot of interesting things that could benefit some people. And for you, just try and think of a couple of things that you see more than once on a daily basis and change it to one of two things. One, a reminder to get more of the work that you need to get done. And two, it teaches you something that moves you closer towards your goal, or at least makes the journey a little faster. These are things that can be quite small. Maybe your phone wallpaper, maybe your computer background, maybe some of the things that you see on social media. Whatever you can do relatively easily, just change those small things that you see a lot every single day and change them to be something that teaches you something, or something that at least inspires you to get more work done. And one of the best things that I think I've done is change the content that I see on YouTube to be more of the YouTubers that I look up to and that make relatively similar content to me. Now, firstly, the reason why I did this is because even if I don't look at it from the perspective of a creator, I will gain something rather valuable because these people do share pretty important lessons. But two, when I see these videos, I'm going to want to study them, and when I study people that are better than me, I'm obviously going to improve my own videos and find a couple of things I can apply to my own videos and make them even better, right? And this is all just part of a process to move me closer to my goal of being a big YouTuber and in the process making money for my family. But yeah, besides that, that's going to be about it for this video. So to anyone who watched the end, I do really appreciate it. And if you like this sort of content, and you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. But enough of me appreciating things. So just stay consistent, stay disciplined, and keep on doing the things that need to be done. Alright? But yeah, I'm gonna just give you a kiss. Mwah.